Guys, I am so gutted because today's video I was so excited about. I had it fully ready, fully prepped on some form of investigation, and by the looks of things, we were on the right lines and it was meant to be a thing that was potentially going to come to the game. And still in the back of my mind, I was thinking, maybe there's a chance that he's just saying this and they're going to surprise us with it still, but maybe not. And basically I made this whole video about the Kraken Boss. We were doing some investigations on it and everything, and you guys, I'm still gonna let you guys watch that part of the video, well, the entire video afterwards, in hope that it's still gonna happen. But basically, this person over on Discord said, at Nekatus, what's up with the huge area outside of the map border and terminal where you can spawn the Kraken mini boss? Now, I didn't actually see this bit. So in the video, you will see where I traveled to, and I don't know where apparently there was a point where you could actually spawn the Kraken mini boss, which was then it got removed out of the patch notes, which is what we talk about. And Nekatus said it was a test. This was what we was testing it in the dev kit, and such it didn't work out. I scrapped the idea of the Kraken boss, but I had time to remove the files before the update. But I still found them in the files. But it looks like in the actual ARK game files, maybe they were scrapped, and maybe it is too good to be true. I'm sort of hoping in the back of my mind that Wildcard make a change and make this possible, and maybe Nekatus can make this possible, and maybe he didn't have enough time to make it possible for the Pyranthos update, and apparently it was scrapped and the Hydra boss was added in instead. But I just think it would be so perfect. So I am going to leave you with the video that we made. Going to have to re-upload it with these new changes, which is so gutting because I thought this could be a really fun investigation building up to summer of 2026. But it's a shame. And if it is true and that the idea of this Kraken boss will never be a thing in ARK Survival Ascended, maybe that's why Wildcard announced turn the Paleo Octopus into the Kraken, because this version of it was just not going to work in the game. But I'll leave you with the rest of the video. I'll let you guys decide what you think. I am still going to be so gutted about this if this never comes, because I was super excited about this being something amazing for Astraeos. But if it doesn't turn out to be a thing, at least thank you, Nekatus, for trying. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of the video and try not to get too excited, because as we stand here right now, it looks like this might not happen, but it was potentially meant to be the plan. So what is the first thing you think about when you think of the Kraken? For me, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, when Jack Sparrow got swallowed by the Kraken, and I was really young, and I thought it was the end of Jack Sparrow, and obviously that wasn't the case, but the Kraken has always been a massive part of movies and gaming. I even remember it on Sea of Thieves, and it's always been that kind of real scary type, you know, you're in a boat, you know, who knows, and you see a massive Kraken tentacle come up. It's always been so exciting, scary, and it looks like the Kraken is coming to ARK Survival Ascended, but it looks like it's happening in two different ways. So the first way it's going to be happening, by the looks of things, is with the release of Genesis Part 1. Right now, we don't know what's coming first. Either the Atlas final update, not Atlas, the Astraeos final update, which obviously gets stuff from Atlas, or whether Genesis Part 1 is coming first, we don't really know. But they're both getting a different type of Kraken. The one coming to Genesis is the Paleo Octopus, but the one coming that we pretty much know is the Kraken Boss from Atlas, which is coming to Astraeos. I am going to jump in game and show you guys something we also found out recently too, but for now we're going to talk about the final boss of Atlas, which obviously, as many of you guys will know, they're reusing a lot of the assets from that game and bringing them into ARK Survival Ascended to try and finish off the Astraeos update with something new. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, of course, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. It really supports me. And let's get in with the video. So if you didn't see Nekatus' post over time, he said, "Hey everyone, I want to talk about a topic which I've seen over and over again in the last few weeks." Nekatus actually made the mainstream gaming news. He said, reusing Atlas assets. He said, I'm modding in ARK for 8 years now, and I've always focused on doing maps. And yes, I do have other mods like S-Dinos or Astraeos mythological creatures, but those are very simple mods, and that's for good reason. I am a level designer. I don't model, texturize, animate, or code dinos. That is why many Atlas or just simplified, modified base asset, game assets are the ones that he obviously uses. I am limited in the work I do regarding creatures, and I always try my best to bring up something new, even if it's just a new look. Reading that I am uncreative or that it's cheap to do that doesn't feel good. I mean, I could have went with the normal island, spider, gorilla and dragon on Astraeos as well, and I probably would get less negative responses actually. Atlas has some very nice creatures, and I would like to see more of them in ARK, and I hope more of them will come. I want to make clear that I am doing everything I can to bring the new content with the possibilities and skills I have, and thanks for reading. And he did get a lot of support for that, because I actually really agree with this point. Like, he could have literally just gone with the standard island bosses, whacked them into the new areas of Astraeos, and he probably would have got less sort of negativity, because people would have just said, oh, you know, it's just the island bosses. Whereas with this, it kind of gives people an excuse to be like, he's reusing stuff from an old game. And whilst I do agree that Atlas, the way at the game Atlas got treated was pretty poor, and I do feel like that game, you know, a lot of people actually enjoyed it, and it kind of just got abandoned. So I understand that side of things, but that's the current situation we're in right now, you know, and that's never going to change now. So instead of just having assets sitting there, why not use them on a map that would be more exciting having them in game rather than the boring bosses? Well, I wouldn't say they're boring, right? But just the ones we've done over and over again for many years. So if you didn't know, we had our first major hint because Studio Wildcard posted a patch, and it was fixed to crash when switching between uploaded characters, fixed for metal structures causing overheating on Astraeos, and fixed couple mod related crashes. But also what was caught in the patch notes and then was removed from the patch notes was removed unreleased Astraeos Kraken Boss related items. Now, we have just found out that there is a final update coming to Astraeos, and it looks to be summer 2026, because we're getting the new Boaratos, which is the new flaming boar, coming with this update. But of course, as well, a lot of people were pretty sure that after this, and also some hints in-game, that the Kraken is going to be the boss, which is the final 20% update for the Astraeos map. So I thought we'd read through what we can expect for this boss. This is obviously the image of what the Kraken looks like in Atlas. I keep mixing the names up. So they said basic information. So as part of the two quests, Voyage of Power and Journeys of the God, you will unlock access to two versions, normal and hard mode. Now, something that's very funny is actually in ARK, there are only two versions I have found of this Kraken boss. I have found beta and alpha. You'll see that later on when we get into games. So there's normal mode, which is after collecting all 9 power stones, travel to the Kraken's lair, and it says it will trigger the Kraken to spawn when you enter with all the power stones. And it says static boss with various phases during spawning tentacle shields and ship to the dam to avoid to destroy. That's the normal mode, and then you have hard mode, which is most likely going to be the alpha mode. So for combat, you have to look for a water vortex, and when you're on top of it, the Kraken will emerge. He will also spawn ships of the dam, so be prepared to face these every second odd phase. Wind will push your ship in opposite directions, so sailing is a lot harder during this event, and the Kraken will also start shooting giant homing sparkles at his aggro target. From now on, you have 1 hour to finish him. Now, please bear in mind that when the Kraken launches for Astraeos, if it still launches for Astraeos after the leak, this is subject to change. This is a different game. It's similar to ARK, but the way that things work might be quite different. But this is kind of an idea of what you can expect. So you cannot damage the Kraken directly. Its target is the tentacles to force him into an even phase. Each event phase looks the same. The Kraken almost dies, but it's saved by an entity. The entity spawns 4 shields around itself and the boss, and you have to damage it or it will heal the Kraken. After this phase, the fight returns to the odd phase, but some tentacles might be empowered with electricity or behave more aggressively. And here's some notes. Do not wear metal armor, as it will cause significant addition with the shocking attacks, Cloth, fur, and hide are recommended. Wow, that sounds a bit scary. What about tech? Make sure to respect and have at least 200 health. 30 to 40 fortitude to improve survival chances. The higher your health, the more likely you are to survive. If you die during the fight, you will not be able to respawn to continue. If you die, you are done for this fight. That'll be interesting to see if this happens in ARK. So for V2, crew should be over level 100 to minimize the risk of losing them. Recommended to have medkits pre-made to heal yourself during the fight. Highly recommended to spec fully into the medical skill tree. This is obviously, a lot of this stuff is Atlas stuff, but you could kind of base it around ASA. At least 2 handling sails are recommended, as the wind will constantly change during the fight. Flintlocks or carbines are useful to kill the energy balls that seek out ships. You can single shot the energy balls. Depending on how many ships you show up and your ship type, 300 to 800 cannonballs are recommended. We are all pirates. Everyone should be drinking ale for this fight. Do it in true pirate style. Ale reduces the damage you take, so will be very useful. I wonder if that worked with the beer in ARK. And despite being the final boss for Atlas, it does have a unique boss fight that shares many animations, moves, and mechanics from Rockwell, from ARK Survival Evolved's second expansion pack, Aberration. And I guess that's where they got it from, right? Because it looks like, from what we see from the Kraken, it is very much Rockwell, but underwater. I think this is exactly kind of the vibe that we're going to be getting. The only thing that I'm interested in, right, is we're not going to have ships in... So what I'm thinking, and this is what I'm thinking in my mind, is the Genesis 1 DLC is going to launch first, which will then bring those ships into the game. And then later in summer, the Astraeos final update will launch to bridge some time between the next DLCs. And then we will have the ships in the game, so then you can use them for the Kraken Boss, which launches with Astraeos. That's not confirmed. That's just the way I see it. Because at the end of the day, what you're going to do, go in some rafts. Like, so that's why I'm thinking maybe that's what is on Wildcard's mind. They're kind of going to integrate all of the... I mean, this is in the background, you can see these are the kind of ships we're expecting to be seeing when that launches with the Gen 1 map. So I'm guessing they're kind of... Gen 1, I'm thinking, is going to come June. And then we may see the Astraeos update like August time, something like that. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So... we'll see. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. It's going to bring a whole unique element to ARK. I'm definitely excited to see more. So we're in game, and someone told me, Dom, if you fly into ghost mode and go to the corner of the map that you can't yet go to, you will actually see, if you uncover it on the map, you will actually see tentacles in the corner. And of course, that is true. You guys can see right now, I'm flying across the map, across this part. And this, to me, it's a very large water source where you currently can't actually properly explore. And this is where I'm expecting the Kraken Boss is going to take place. So you see this huge water source. If we go down underneath it, there won't be anything in it at the moment. Unless... no. Okay, whatever that is, that could be where the Kraken Boss is going to spawn. I'm actually terrified being underwater right now. But that is looking like... because when we look where we're looking at, that looks like to be in the middle. So that potentially... I wonder what happens when we go close to it. Is it just going to stay like that the entire time? Is it just going to be dark the whole time? Like, whereabouts are we now? Oh. 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 So this is probably the closest we can actually get to this. Can we get to anything at all? I don't think so. Oh. We hear a there is definitely a noise. It's gone dark again. So I'm thinking this is the Kraken Boss, right? Because I'm guessing it's... oh, there we go. We've died. So I thought that was going to happen if we went a little... if we tested it too far. But obviously that is on the map there. And then this over here is the final part of the update. So we're going to get the Kraken. And then we're going to be getting the then we're going to be getting the other island over there, which we've already explored. But there's also still one other thing that I found the other day, which you guys are going to want to see, which was the in-game files of which of the bosses you're going to be able to take on. So this is the final bit of proof you guys need to know about the upcoming Astraeos Kraken Boss, which is going to be coming to the game. So I use a mod, by the way. I have to mention it every video because I get asked whenever there's someone who hasn't watched my video that has this mod in. This mod is called Gaia Admin Commands. It is one of the best. I mean, people say there's better out there, but for me, ever since I used this, I've just not changed it for the videos. You can spawn in everything straight away. You get the commands straight away. You can see the pathway straight away. It's really awesome. And when we actually type in Kraken, you guys will see that this one's a modded one that I downloaded, and the actual mod creator commented on my video, which was really cool to see. But as you can actually see, this is the Astraeos version of it. So it's game, mods, Astraeos, assets, core blueprints, creature, and then we have the beta Kraken, we have the alpha Kraken, we have the Kraken tentacles, and then the core blueprints here. So these are the official commands of what this will be. Now, when you do try and summon it in game, it doesn't work because it's fully not been implemented. Even if you're underwater, the same thing happens. It does not work. It does not spawn in. I've tried absolutely everything to try and spawn in any of these Krakens, and it just doesn't work, because I think that would be pretty insane if someone managed to find a pathway to get that spawned in early, because the surprise will be ruined. So yeah, the Kraken Boss is planned to come to the game at some point this year, around summertime. We don't really know when it's officially going to launch. All we know is that summer 2026 is going to be the final update for it. And it's really cool, and that will wrap up Astraeos as a part of ARK's history, and I love that. I feel like we've been on such a journey with this map over time. It's been such a massive map. You know, the map is huge. There's been so much we've explored, and I have to give so much credit to Nekatus for bringing us on his journey with Astraeos, because the Pyranthos update, as much as it brought issues, was fantastic. It's beautiful. You know, the Hydra boss was great. So much stuff was great about this map, and to finish it off, we get to have a final Kraken boss fight. And if I'm honest with you guys, I'm hoping it does come after Gen 1, because I cannot wait to do a video, and this will be a real massive video for me, because in 2018 I made a video with one of my friends IRL, and we did the Sea of Thieves Kraken Boss together, and it was such a fun video. We had an amazing time doing it together. The video, I think, has like 70,000 views. It's like, you might even see it now. It's like LoadedCrysis, Sea of Thieves Kraken Boss fight. It was amazing, and we all just pretended we were pirates. It's so many years ago now. I think it was like 2018 or something. And I can't wait to do the same this time on the LoadedCrysis cluster. Like, not only just watching so many of you guys taking on the Kraken Boss, but seeing ships sailing across the Astraeos seas over there to the deep seas in preparation for the Kraken Boss, and seeing how everyone gets on with it. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.